just rolled into one of the baits here. This is the one where the lynx hangs out. I dumped off a bunch of coyote carcasses and just checking it out, and lots of coyote signs here on the way in. There's just pounded there in my tracks. So one coyote going back and forth 1,000 times, or a few coyotes going back and forth. And when I rolled up, there was about 500 ravens here, I guess. So just walking out the trails. This one I did lift up since the snowstorm, and we'll go and check it out. Kind of walking in, I see that there's one snare that's not touched and there's no coyote trail, but the other one here that we moved has a coyote track going through it. And yeah, he ducked it or something there. Goes right through it, so I'll just walk it out again and then adjust that, and hopefully next time he'll have his head right where I want it. It didn't even break stride, so not sure how that happened. Well, we're gonna check the other snares there and we'll get back to you. Well, we got out to the cabin here and we got a phone call that our cabin was broke into. So we thought we'd come take a look. A friend of mine swings by all the time, takes a look at it when I'm not out here. And we had a person come here before the snowfall, stole their camera and didn't get the other ones though. And then we had other people come through the snowfall. Once my friend checking maybe once or twice. And then we have someone that comes here and uses their outhouse. And it was nice of them to use the outhouse, go into the cabin and write us a note that it was chainsawed or the door handle was gone. So they went in and used some toilet paper or whatever. So we left everybody a nice little note here, appreciating that what they do. Coming out here and using our stuff and stealing, and second time the cabins have been broke into. At least this time they didn't rummage through everything. My bedding, I'm not sure if someone slept in it or not, but it was all ruffled up, not the way I would have left it. And nothing else was really touched except for a generator and a couple other things that were stolen. Police report's going to go in and we'll find these guys. If not, Karma will take care of them. Brandy's just over there figuring out the tracks. We're setting up more cameras here, more surveillance. It'll be good. So they took a chainsaw, cut the frame, cut the lock out. Set it there for us. It smells like booze in here. It's like there's barf in it or something. So this is my patch job on the door. There's asshole cut all around it. Thought maybe they needed, they were froze or something and used the bed and slept in there, but they stole the generator and some other stuff, so it's different. They weren't really in need, just in want. Well, just starting the line check there today. We got a little bit of overcast, overcast and foggy. Everything's all frosted up, pretty nice out. Actually, just getting a late start. Got home yesterday from checking the cabin and fixing it up after the break-in. It's kind of sad that some people are like that and damaging stuff. Phone number's right on the door if they needed something, or if they needed to go in because they were cold or whatever and they had a break-in. Just give a guy a call, let a guy know, and go from there. Pretty ignorant. Obviously they didn't have to go in there. They wanted to go in there. They chainsawed the door and then stole some stuff, or maybe someone came after and stole some stuff. I don't exactly know. Not much faith in people these days. Happened before and never found out nothing from it. I think the good people need to start taking over the world, not letting the bad people do whatever they want. Yeah, that's all I'm going to say on that, but I have my own views and what I would do if I came across somebody inside of my personal stuff, and go from there. Anyways, gonna roll up, check a couple snares, go to Glenn's bait, see what's going on there. A little bit of frost and snow should help me tell if tracks are fresh or not. It's been a few days since I've been out, and yeah, sums it up for now. See you guys in a bit. All right, had our first bait for the day, and this one I reset there. I fixed everything up here last time I was out, and you can kind of see a couple of snares from here as I look through. No coyote tracks in my tracks this way, and that snare's good down there. So we're gonna go inside. This is where we had a big pile of coyote carcasses, and looks like the birds decimated that in a couple days. As well as some elk heads. The lynx was hanging around here. I'm not sure if he's still around. And we will go inside. Well, that was fairly uneventful. Not even fresh tracks in here. But it's a matter of time. I gotta freshen up the bait. That's only secret here. This is the perfect spot to come call, and I'll probably do that tomorrow. Get Blake and I flanged up, and we'll come out and give it a try. I always say that, but find other things to do. But we're slowly gonna wind down some of the baits there. Just give coyotes a rest this year compared to other years. Got to go through my permission slips there, and I might have 2 or 3 other spots I'm going to start up. Here I'm just working on getting a bait line, I call it, and getting hooked up with that so I can start rolling with that again. And that's the secret. You got the bait, you got the birds, you get the coyotes and wolves. I was going to do some marten trapping this year, but prices are down and I'm not seeing much sign of them either. So instead of going around chasing my tail on those, I'll give it a break. I'm going to put a couple of weasel sets out here this week and see how they produce. Anyways, we will catch you at the next set here. All right. Well, I had a snare in here and it looks like it's gone. And got some rabbit tracks here. And over there, there's some coyote tracks. This bait, I'm not really working it too hard. Not too much going on, so we'll go in and see if there's anything in our set here. See if we can find it. So we walked in here and I was looking for my anchor tree, which is there. It's kicking around. And then stepped on this guy's little head here. Scared me as it flipped up and I stumbled across it, but not a bad looking coyote. Dark. Quite a few of the coyotes this year are pretty dark. So we will remake this and just see how things look in the other spots there. But take it out. Looks like another coyote maybe came through here. There's rabbit tracks. Some more coyote tracks there. So we'll see what's shaking. Well, back here, there's a good coyote trail. Goes through there. All right, we'll carry on. So when I lost a couple of those safeties, what I did is take a nail, bend it around, and it works as an awesome safety for these rams. Just the head there hooks over, works just the same. Trying to break my way through this crusted snow there. Over there she's good, I have to come around, but the wind drifted that way and I got a bit of a run at it, but I'm able to walk on this, so it's pretty hard and crusty. I have a snare just up here. I think I'm gonna pull it. Coyote tracks here on top of the snow, and coyote tracks going through here, but they ducked my snare. Dirty buggers. I can kind of get around on the other side. This is a new bait I've started up here, and I thought it'd be a little bit better than it was, but it could be just a year or two. But you can see there's a couple tracks going and coming, and we'll see what's happening here. It just actually came out through the bush over there. So they didn't go through the snare, they came here and kicked off that way. On the other side there's a snare, 2 snares, and one they knocked over with the deeper snow, walked past it, pushed it over with their chest, and then the other one they just kind of, same thing, kind of pushed it out of the way and it fell over. But anyways, I'll pull this one and dig my way out. All right, looks like we made a catch here. Really dark coyote. Looks like it came from that direction here and got caught here. Doesn't look all that old there. Might have some shoulder mites. And you can see it's got some red belly here, so yeah, got some shoulder mites there. So this one goes to the dog pile. And maybe another one came in from that direction. Came to check it out. All right. We've had one with some shoulder mites there on camera, so it's probably this guy here. Get it out and get some healthy population going on. I'll reset this one and carry on to the next one. So we're hung up a little bit, just high centered. Should have had the plow down. I didn't think it was gonna be drifted on this side of the strip. We'll dig it out. And it looks like it gets a little bit better up here. I'll put the plow down and kick the snow off to one side if I can get it to work. But on my way in here, I did see a coyote running through the field, and they've been going through here a little bit, kind of skirting my snares, but give me a fresh sign of where they're going in and out. So if we dig out, we might go in, set a few more snares. It seems like I just keep working my snares more to this end, because at the other end, when I catch them, the ones that are using those trails, they quit using them, of course, because they're gone. And these guys here have their own set of trails, so keep working our way over. But time to do some shovel work. We got her dug out a bit. A little bit drifted on this side. It was hard. The other side was soft. See if I can get going a bit. Supposed to meet somebody here in about 20 minutes, so hopefully I can catch my breath and or get out. I think if I do get out, I just put the plow down a little bit, get out of here and come back and come up with another game plan. Nice and foggy here. Can't see much, and it makes it tricky when you're going into the field to see the drifts and stuff like that. Everything's white. All right, see if we can move an inch. All right, so we were able to move a bit here. Had to spin, and it makes it tough because there's straw, chaff underneath, so it just kicks it up. It's slippery, and it's about as far back as I can back up right now. Got the plow down. I'll kick it off to one side and see if we can free up a little spot for me to turn around here. With this one spring missing, it kicks chatters lots, like the plow doesn't have the resistance and it keeps dumping, so it makes ridges as I'm going and makes it hard to go there. So I'm gonna kick it off to the passenger side, and hopefully that spring gives it enough resistance that it doesn't dump and I can get out of here. Snow is not all that deep, but it is drifted, and you can see about 2 inches of crust on top of fine powder. And not gonna go that way right now. Gotta go back the way I came. This looks like it's the worst spot. Corner of the field, everything blew in here and hung up. We're gonna carry on. Well, what do you think about this? Coming in to a new spot here, gonna set up, dump off a deer, check things out, and got stuck. So I'm gonna see what I can do here, shovel it out. I don't know if there's a log underneath it or something. I just was driving in, all of a sudden, boom, bang, truck kind of shifted there, and then all of a sudden it spun. But the guy that gave me permission here did say he's got a moose head out here or something, and I see some moose hair. So maybe I'm parked on top of the head or something. Here's the moose hair. Anyways, we'll do a little digging. He says if I need, just give him a call and we'll go from there. But it looks like a promising place, and hopefully I can clean out the wolves and coyotes here for him. Well, I did a little work, and I was right. I found that moose head or hide all folded up underneath. So hopefully I can get rolling here and rock my way out. My angle on my plow was about a 45, so I put that straight so I can lift it higher, and hopefully that gives me enough clearance in the front where I'm not pushing stuff. And we're gonna give her a go. Snow's not too hard or packed here, so it's just the moose head that's holding me up. Well, she's a no-go. High centered on a moose hide. So I'll do a little bit more digging here, but see if I can free it up from underneath. Can't even get it to move a couple inches, so not good. I'll have to give the landowner a call. Well, this is what we got here. Got the moose head wedged underneath the truck, and it's been rolling around underneath there. Not sure how to get it out. Don't have an axe or saw with me. Can't shovel anymore. And yeah, hopefully it doesn't damage anything here. try and go ahead a bit more and see if I can free it up. Not good. Not a good day to be a trapper. Well, we got out. A little bit of damage on the truck there, but she's an old truck. And just make sure the door open and close. And this big ball was underneath there. So they had the horns. I got it rolling around under there and it poked up and hit the side there. We'll see, take a look at it once we get out. I'm just gonna leave this here and I'll come back in a couple days and set it up. Hopefully the wolves come back. I'll bring a stink pail and get things nice and stinky. The guy says he's been dumping his carcasses here for years, and there's an old moose carcass just down here, so it should be a good spot. Well, we got some fresh coyote tracks. We cut another set over there, but it was on a trail that they just made. This trail is a little bit of an established one. If you look at the tracks, looks like we got 2 outs. So 2 coyotes came out this way. Not sure where they went in, but we're gonna put 1 snare on this side and 1 snare on this side. So you can see they were going through there, then they went through there, but there's a pinch spot right up there. And truck seems to be driving okay after being parked on top of a head. Pretty quiet out here. And yeah, I'll get those snares hung, sneak in there, and then finish doing my loop here and see what's going on. It looks like we found the inn here. So this is a one-of trail. It was a rabbit trail. Looks like the coyotes just decided to use it one time. We'll keep an eye on it and see how she goes. And nothing in the last 3 snares, but pretty quiet. And usually after snowfall, it takes a couple days for things to get going. Our bait is in there and the birds are on it, so just a matter of time. Well, told you guys about that extra snow we were gonna get. We got it, but with it we got a bunch of wind, so I got to cross a couple fields to get into my baits. It's not going so good. I had to shovel a couple times today. You've seen that already. And just came across a field here that you see in a second, but it looks like it's pretty quiet. This is a newer bait that I had set up, and I was hoping it would get hit with wolves and coyotes, but doesn't look like it. The odd coyote track here, birds, and nothing's been in since yesterday with the snow. Nope, just birds over there. And I got 1 snare here, not really worth coming back for. I'm gonna pull it, and then next year I'm gonna talk to the landowner and see if I can bait through the year here and get everything coming in. But it's a nice place. It's nice and thick, big valley over there, and halfway through it would be a good spot to come call. So I'm gonna do that. And yeah, just gonna go check the 1 snare here. Doesn't look like we have anything, and we'll call her good. All right, made it into another bait. Still kicking. Lots of snow built up there. But we got coyote tracks going back and forth. Goes here, turns around, a little nervous. See what we got in here. This is where we dumped off a little bit of scraps the other day and hung 2 more snares. So I didn't put a snare that way because it wasn't too exciting. Slap my hood on. So we got coyote tracks coming here. We have a snare over there. Doesn't look like there's anything in it, but we'll get closer to confirm. Tracks come here, so I can see my snare still there. And I got 1 snare there, nothing in it. And the other snare is right there, nothing in it. And they started to use these trails, but then they kick off the other spots. It's kind of what I thought would happen here. So now we have 1 more snare up on the game trail. See if we can redeem ourselves a little bit. Starting to snow again. The more I think about it, the more I'm thinking I need to shut down more baits and just focus on some other stuff here. And our snare is still there. And the loop is good, yep. All right, well, yet another one we got skunked at. I'll make a trail through my snare here. And maybe we're gonna shut it down early this year. All right, we'll catch you at the next set. Well, the snow's started to pick up here, and have a snare there. I'm gonna go check the furthest ones first and see if we can get some lift off on the birds. I can hear them squawking, but I don't think they know I'm here yet. There we go. Not as many birds as I thought. Last time I was here, there's probably 50. All right, well, we'll go check the snares there. And fresh snow here, not much for sign yet. And we're supposed to get another inch or 2 of snow. So we will see how this all pans out here. I got a snare there. Doesn't look like nothing's there. And a couple more. We're gonna go check them out. Not much for sign in the bush here. I came in, the bait's only here 10 yards away, that direction. So I just came to see what there was for tracks. There's nothing from the roadside. And in here they had some trails. So we got 1 coyote. It's coming in this way and heading out that way. Don't know if he loops around or if he keeps going straight. If he keeps going straight, he's gonna go where we caught that other one. I still have to go check that, but not a lot of sign. So probably 1 coyote, maybe 2, and they're coming in from the thick, deep bush side here. Coming to the bait. The bait's just over here. All right, we're gonna keep checking it out. Cross your fingers. So the wind's picking up here, which is perfect. It's gonna drift more stuff in on me. And walking past here, had a snare here, and I can see an ear there. Let's go check that out. We got a snow bump. Throw my glove off to the side here. Looks like a nice coyote. Just a younger one, probably a female, but still nice and prime. Looks good. We'll remake this one, walk that trail out. And I still have a snare to go check there, and then 2 in here, but I check them from a different way in. Well, at least we paid for the gas today, hopefully. One more wouldn't hurt. Pad the pocket, but it's a nice looking coyote, nice color. Right on. Get her on the board, boys. Well, there's that snare just on the other side there, and nothing's been through it. So the coyotes have other trails through here, which is understandable, but just got to figure it out. That's what I like about trapping, always troubleshooting, figuring stuff out, find the best way to do stuff. 2 more snares to check here, and then we're off to the second last bait. And it's been quiet today, fighting the snow, digging, getting pulled out, all that fun stuff. All right, catch you at the next set. This is what a prime coyote's leather looks like when its fur is fully prime and its leather's prime. There's no hairs you can see, no dark spots. It's all nice thick leather, really easy to flesh. When it's earlier, you're gonna have the dark roots, and it's gonna be easier to poke holes into it because the leather is a little bit weaker and thinner. Here's another nice prime coyote. You can tell, always tell a coyote if it's snared. It's got a snare mark, a burn mark. But this nice coyote there, I find when the coyote populations are a little bit high, they get scars, they get bite marks. They fight for territory and nip each other in the butt, or for dominance in the area. Or when it becomes breeding season, you'll see all this all chewed right up and scarred right up. They shouldn't be breeding yet, but these ones are probably fighting for territory, moving around. You can see it's almost like teeth marks there, maybe teeth marks there. But they're all little nip marks, old scars. And when you're fleshing them, you can't really do too much about it. It just pops through, or it's a scab and it's already all the way through the skin. These things are tough buggers, I tell you. Well, after a full day of digging out baits and snares and plowing trails, we get rewarded with another big windstorm blowing all this loose snow into my baits. So over the years I've learned to try and not to have the snares kind of get blown in. I have them tucked in a little bit. They're protected from the wind, and it does help a bit, but it doesn't help with the direct snow.